Joined now by Donnie Gilbert, our market expert, talking about what's happening all across the country. Donnie, give us a rundown of what's going on.
All right, so I brought you our outbound tender volumes for the U.S. So this is all load types, of course, every market across the U.S. And we've always had a benchmark of around 10,000. So here over the past few days, we have it picking up, going up to 10,151. So we're trending up, we're over 10,000, and we want to see this continue. You know, right now we're in the middle of October. October's a tough month. I call it the calm before the storm, but normally things will kind of dip down, come like you're stuck in the mud, and you know, it's a very tough month, kind of a transition month. And then here, last year around the 27th or 28th of October, is when we started that uptick headed into the retail season. So that's what we're looking for right now. I think this year our market's a little bit stronger than last year, because last year they kind of peaked out around in July, and we started that really big decline all through the latter part of 2018. So I want people to be looking and going through their markets, and hopefully that peak season will start, you know, maybe a week and a half, you know, sooner. So here in the next 5 to 10 days. So that's what we're looking for right now. Of these volumes right now, we see over the past few days, they're trending upwards a little bit, but we've had dry vans that are at 73.57. They've kind of dipped and turned back down a little bit, which I don't like seeing. But so far, reefer volumes have continued kind of a little bit of an upswing. So right now, reefers at 1283. Of course, 1283 out of the 10,000. Reefers are about, you know, 10, 15% of the entire national market right now, with dry van carrying, you know, 70 to 80% during times. Now rates, we're looking at outbound tender rejection indexes for both dry van and reefer to kind of see which direction the spot markets are going. This is not a good trend. Here since the beginning of October, we kind of peaked for the end of the month of September, end of month, end of quarter, and since then, all of them have been on a really big decline. They've dropped several percentage points. So here we see rates are trending down. Right now, dry vans are at 3.94%. That's kind of averaging right around contract, maybe even below some contracted rates. Reefers are still stronger. They've dropped from 17.5%, dropping down to 15.21%. Now the problem with the reefer markets right now is we have a lot of hot spots that are keeping the reefer markets, the averages up. We have the Pacific Northwest with their hops and potatoes. We have the areas in between Arkansas and Iowa that's moving all the poultry. And then we have a lot of other markets that are not so strong. So these hot spots are actually keeping this average a little bit elevated when you got reefer markets in the Northeast and some in the Southeast that are actually really struggling. Now my market for today, I've chosen Columbia, South Carolina. We had it starting out, we had actually had our tender rejection rates actually picking up in Columbia, South Carolina for reefer. And a lot of the reason these were picking up was because your outbound tender volumes for reefer kind of stayed flat and the inbounds dropped down. So that started the spike going up. Now they started to pick back up, and then you see this curve as they're starting to come back down. Now, reefer tender rejection rates in Columbia right now are still at 16.36%. That's a very elevated rate right now, but they are trending downwards. So if I was a broker, I'd be jumping into this market. I'd be booking as much outbound reefer as I could right now, hoping to catch it at the higher rate, and these rates will probably continue on down. So later on, you'll find capacity maybe Thursday and Friday at a lot cheaper rate, and hopefully you lock yourself in for a rate of today. Look for loads that are going to larger markets. You want to send these trucks to the Midwest, Memphis. Atlanta's okay, but you want to, you know, if you can, get them out of the Southeast, and those will be the loads that carriers want to run.
Donnie, thanks so much. Fantastic perspective. As always, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Lots of crazy stuff happening in the Carolinas. Only going to find this information on FreightWaves Now, and we will see you tomorrow.